This wall and the wall behind it, in this case, part of what its purpose in the show is to show how much was happening, how much punk was happening elsewhere in the United States and the world, and also how important all of these different regional scenes were. Because one of the things about punk rock is that it changed from region to region. There was a lot of difference, a lot of different style, etc. And one of the bands from the Midwest that is now getting a lot of attention and was a great band when they were playing in the early 90s, a band called Los Crudos, who sang primarily in Spanish, but also gave lyric sheets out in Spanish and explained a lot of their songs in English, and were important in the Latino hardcore scene, but also in the hardcore scene in general, but also kind of bridging bands or inviting bands from Argentina, from Mexico, from Central America to try to connect the North American scene and the US scene with punk bands who were from either Latin America or Mexico, or just punk bands who were singing in Spanish. And there were definitely bands like that before, especially in the LA scene. And there's more diversity in the scene than we really talk about. A lot of times, punk, when it gets discussed in magazine articles or history books, it's thought of as a kind of white and male project, but that really wasn't true. And again, that's part of Aaron Cometbus's collection, is to show how diverse the scene was. We have up on the wall here some examples of that. This is an image from a show that was put on by K Records in the Northwest, and early Riot Girl bands like Bratmobile, 7 Year Bitch. Toby Vale is performing and speaking. She was the drummer for Riot Girl, or for Bikini Kill, and Bikini Kill is also playing the next day. And then we have a Bikini Kill lyric sheet here, because one of the things, this wasn't inserted in one of the records, but it was handed out at shows, so people weren't just singing along to the sounds, but they actually knew the message. They actually knew what people wanted to say. And with Riot Girl, of course, that was really important to convey a message and to get across the point that there was a feminist story behind these new punk songs.